Welcome to Sports News. Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola has described the late Molade Okoya Thomas as a man with an enviable passion for sports. At the tribute and memorial service for the late sports enthusiast, Governor Fashola said Okoya Thomas is responsible for the resurgence of table tennis in Nigeria. The late philanthropist has been the sole sponsor of the annual Ashojoba Table Tennis Championships for over 4 decades, setting the record as the only Nigerian to have single-handedly and consistently sponsored a competition for that long. He died at the age of 79. Our former President, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, scored both goals today to give the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library Foundation football team a 2-1 victory over the Ogun State government football team. Now, both goals came in the second half in a novelty football match at the 5-a-side AstroTurf pitch of the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta. Chief Obasanjo played alongside Professor Akim Abugunje, Chief Olokpade, Deacon Victor Durodola, and Professor Peter Okebukola against the side led by Ogun State Governor Ibikola Amosu, Mr. Taiwo Adeoluwa, the SSG, Bimbo Ashiru, the Commissioner for Commerce, Ayo Olubori, Commissioner of Environment, and Muyiwa Oladipo, the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs.
Baba is given the second chance to Amos. Yes. Yes. Go ahead. Oh, let's see what happens. Oh, let's see what happens. Oh, yes. Yes. That's corner kick. Corner kick.
This is a good entertainment. And then I want to congratulate the governor and his team. They played well. Only water passed Gary for them.
Former President there, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. While the league management company, the LMC, has stressed the need for doctors attached to football clubs in Nigeria to work towards ensuring the survival of players who suffer or who may suffer sudden cardiac arrest. Now, the LMC decried the increasing cases of heart-related diseases among players in the Nigerian league. FIFA has made the use of automatic external defibrillator or AED compulsory for top Premier Leagues in the world. A Swedish club Kalmar FF have confirmed that they will monitor the performance of Flying Eagles striker Taiwo Awoniyi at the forthcoming African Youth Championship in Senegal. The 2013 FIFA Under-17 World Cup winner is among coach Manu Garba's final squad for the biennial tournament billed to hold on Sunday, March the 8th in Dakar. Kalmar Sporting Director Thomas Anderson Boston said apart from monitoring Awoniyi, the club will use the opportunity to scout for young talents. Awoniyi is expected to sign a 4-year deal with the club in August when he turns 18. FIFA President Sepp Blatter has proposed that teams involved in racial incidents should suffer more severe punishment, like the docking of league points. The most recent case of racism in South America involved Panama striker Luis Tejada of Peruvian side Juan Orich, who walked off the pitch during a match after being racially insulted by fans of Chinquiano. There have been frequent cases of racial abuse of players in Europe and South America in recent years. The English Premier League defending champions Manchester City defeated Leicester City 2-0 with goals from David Silva in the 45th minute and James Milner in the dying moments of that game. Ashley Young's 89th minute goal secured 3 points for the Red Devils as Manchester United left it late against Newcastle United. Arsenal held on to defeat QPR 2-1 at Loftus Road. Stoke City beat Everton 2-0 at the Britannia, while Tottenham defeated Swansea 3-2. League leaders Chelsea beat West Ham in a London derby 1-0 at Upton Park. And that's a wrap in sports news. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Ijoma will be back with the rest of the news at 10.
This is the ultimate redefined for men.
Now, Russia's President Vladimir Putin has called for an end to shameful political killings in Russia after the shooting of opposition political Boris Nemtsov, and that's just outside the Kremlin walls. He said the most serious attention should be given to high-profile crimes like that one. Here's Cynthia Are with more.
Well, thanks a lot. The former Deputy Prime Minister, who was 55 years old, was murdered on Friday night and buried in Moscow on Tuesday. The motive is unknown, but Mr. Putin's aides have rejected suggestions that he had any involvement. Mr. Nemtsov, who'd been planning a march against the conflict in eastern Ukraine, said recently that he feared the president would have him killed because of his opposition to the war. Then a suspected gas blast at a coal mine in the rebel-held region of eastern Ukraine is believed to have killed over 30 miners. One is confirmed dead and 14 were injured at the Zayakodo mine, which saw Ukraine's worst mine disaster nearly 8 years ago when 101 were killed. Anxious relatives of miners have gathered at the scene to await news. Finally, flooding in northwestern Tanzania has killed at least 38 people and left hundreds of others homeless. The downpours were accompanied by hail and strong winds, meaning many people had no chance to escape. The rains have severely damaged mud houses and blocked roads, making rescue operations difficult. That's the foreign news wrap-up. It's back to you now.
Thanks a lot, Cynthia. And the main news again. President Goodluck Jonathan today ordered immediate action by relevant bodies to end the ongoing scarcity of fuel across the country. The PDP and 15 other parties have opposed the use of card readers for the general elections and insisted that the move will prevent many Nigerians from exercising their franchise. And the trial of the man accused of bombing the Boston Marathon 2 years ago, Zohar Tsarnaev, has begun in the U.S. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Onyato. And coming up next is our elections countdown program, Nigeria 2015. Do have a good night.